At the edge of town, in an old run-down apartment building, there was a dark legend about a haunted elevator. People whispered that, once in a while, someone would step inside, the doors would close, and they would vanish without a trace. Mark had heard this story from his friends, who warned him to stay far away from the old building. But one late night, after a long day, he decided to tempt fate. Smirking to himself as he looked down the dimly lit hallway leading to the elevator, he shrugged off his friends' warnings. Mark didn't believe in ghosts or monsters. He walked up to the elevator, and despite a faint sense of unease, pressed the button. The doors creaked open slowly, like they were giving one last warning. Mark stepped inside, and the doors closed with a heavy thud. He pressed his floor number, but instead of going up, the elevator began to descend deeper and deeper into the building, even though he knew there shouldn't be any floors below. The light in the elevator began to flicker, casting shadows that danced in unsettling patterns. The air grew icy, carrying a putrid, damp smell like that of an ancient cellar. The elevator kept moving, but now he had no idea where it was taking him. Suddenly, it jerked to a stop, and the lights went out completely. For a few seconds, there was nothing but darkness and silence. Then, with a soft ding, the doors slowly slid open, revealing a narrow corridor shrouded in thick, curling mist. A chill ran down Mark's spine, but he stepped out, scanning the silent hallway. He couldn't hear a thing, no hum of machinery, no distant voices, only an eerie, oppressive quiet. Then, the silence broke, faintly at first, with a scratching sound that seemed to echo from somewhere far down the corridor. As he strained his eyes to see, he caught a glimpse of something moving through the fog. A figure, hunched and twisted, with arms that hung in unnatural angles, was watching him. Its eyes glowed red in the darkness, fixed directly on him. Heart pounding, Mark stumbled back toward the elevator, but the doors had shut, trapping him outside. The scratching sound grew louder, and the figure moved closer, slowly extending long, bony fingers toward him. The next day, the elevator was empty, as if nothing had happened. Mark was never seen again. But from then on, whenever someone passed by that old elevator, they felt an unnatural chill and sometimes heard a faint, desperate whisper from deep inside the shaft, as though someone was still trapped down there, calling for help.